All right, ladies, you got to really look out for this in the early stages of dating a very, very wealthy man, because they will do this. They will do this, but you don't want to fall for it. So let's talk about it. I really haven't talked about this in a while. These are some things that go along with men who have a lot of money in the early stages of dating, and things you need to look out for and pay attention to. So let's get into it. First thing I want to tell you, it's not all men, not all wealthy men, okay? Not all wealthy men. Hi, I'm Gina Hendricks. I've been a professional matchmaker for some of the most eligible men in the world. Been doing it since 2008. I've written books, been featured on TV shows, you name it. Let's get into it today. So a woman came to me with this situation recently, and it's what prompted this video. So she met a wealthy guy, and I've heard this many times before, okay, ladies, so you got to look out for this stuff. She met a very wealthy man. They've only gone out one time, and he's already telling her, you know, I'm going to Turkey in April. Do you want to come? I'm going to Greece in June. Do you want to come? I'm going to, you know, the south of France in July. Do you want to come? Okay. Well, why is this a problem? I'm going to tell you. Because here is the game they're playing. Here's the game. The game they are playing, they go out with a lot of women. They go out with a lot of women. And they're telling every lady this same story. Now, do they have these trips planned? Maybe. But are they just picking you to invite on this trip? Nah. No. I even know women who, you know, men have purchased like this, they have these great like front row seats to this amazing concert or this amazing huge event, and they're inviting this woman, he barely knows her. You're essentially at that point auditioning for the part, and he knows it. He knows he's dangling this like enticing carrot, and he wants you to buy into it. He wants you to believe that you're going with him to the south of France, you're going with him to Greece, you're going with him to Turkey, and that you're the only one. So it gives you the illusion that he's just interested in you, which is 100%, I know for a fact it's not the case. I know how these guys operate, been doing it a long time. And they're inviting a lot of women. They're doing a big casting call, if you will, okay? And then what happens is, as you date them, they're trying to figure out if you actually will be the one or not who's going to go on the trip, okay? So I want you to do this. I don't want you to pay attention to any of that. I don't want you to buy into that. Just tell him, oh my gosh, that sounds fun, but let's get to know each other first and slow him down. Because chances are, if you slow him down, he's going to leave, but that's a good thing. That's my point. He's just running it like a numbers game. And if you don't play along, he's on to the next, but he would be anyway. With this way, you don't have to waste your time. So I cannot stress enough that you have to be smarter than these guys who are really, really smart. That's how they got so rich, most of them. Some of them, you know, were born into it. But for the most part, these guys wouldn't have the money they have if they weren't crazy like a fox and smarter than most people. So you got to be smarter than them, and it's very hard. The only way I'm a little smarter than them is because I'm in the heads of all these guys for all these years. So if you want this help and you're confused about dating and you may not want the super rich guy, but you want to do better than what you're doing now, you should work with me one-on-one, all right? I'm going to take you under my wing. I'm going to teach you everything I know about men, affluent men, men in general, everything you need to know from A to Z, okay? And I make sure that you're leveling up in a way to call in better men and do things differently. So if you're tired of getting the same results, you might want to think about taking a spot on my roster to work with me one-on-one. I don't work with any woman and every woman. So if you want to find out if you qualify, if you're right for the program, if you're right to get this kind of one-on-one help, it's not matchmaking, it's better. You have to DM me with the word love on IG to get the info, and let's see if you and I are a match, and then I can level you up so you don't have to put up with this BS anymore from these guys. All right, hope it helps.